Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, coming at you today with a cool Halloween devil-themed Rakdos deck. This is an Oni Cult Anvil deck and a Reckoner Bankbuster deck because both look like very interesting takes on jack-o'-lanterns that could light up the night this spooky Halloween. As for the devils, nothing looks more devilish than Sheldred the Apocalypse, but for actual devil creature types, Obnixilis makes them and Burn Down the House makes them. And Burn Down the House functions as a sweeper to replace the Mythic Massacre. Of course we have Fable, we're a red deck. Of course we have Harvester, we're a black-red deck. Epicure fills out the creature sweep by providing cheap artifacts for the Oni Cult Anvil. Eaten Alive and Voltage Surge handle the removal options. This deck is a sweet way to get some Halloween vibes and some rank, so let's dive in. Let the Rakdos nonsense begin. Okay, we have no red and we're relying on Bankbuster, so that's a mulligan. And now our hand is too slow. God, we could just lose the game by the time we get to play these cards. It's really frustrating because our deck is full of cheap cards and we're on the draw. So I'm gonna keep, because if we draw a 1 or a 2 drop, this hand is good. The fact that I already know how the shuffler is, we're not going to draw it, has me seething before it happens. But let's try. Let's try. Just, yes. Okay. Okay. It's fine. This is fine. That Beast Caller is going to be a major challenge. Okay, Kami's Flare, but it didn't hurt us. So they have some expensive 4-drops like Helana and Elena on the way to make sure that our life is miserable. What does a Devil token do for us? Not much against a Helana Elena, but a Harvester might. Man, getting on the draw is so hard. It's so hard. Okay, Thundering Rage, not as bad. Like, we can still get there. Alright, they're not willing to trade that Beast Caller. They're not aggressive enough, in my opinion. I can just sack this and kill the Raiju, and you just have a 3-3. But they probably have more. Eaten Alive. Good draw. I guess I can, like, clear up the board. Can also play Sheldred, but things might get out of our range very quickly. What if we do this? I'm thinking about play Ob, make Devil, exile Beast Caller, but this is pretty good too. Because we can always do that in the future, but Ob is safer behind a wall named Sheldred. Yep, here comes Helana Elena. Here comes the +1/+1 counters. Here's the big swing. Maybe? Okay, block. We're playing it like a control deck because we have to. 6-7 is a lot. But Eaten Alive has this. And that's why we run it in the deck. Ob is probably going to die to haste, but we're buying time. We're buying time for Burn Down the House. Buying time to draw an Anvil and start making consistent chump blockers. Time can be our friend. Okay, that doesn't have haste. That doesn't have haste. It's a miracle. A Christmas miracle. That isn't the mana we needed for Burn Down the House, unfortunately.
By coin or carnage, tribute is owed.
I think we wait to see what attacks Ob. Opponent might play something else we need to remove as well. Something like Helana Elena that scales. They move to combat. Only one attacked Ob. Do we defend Ob? Or do we let Ob go to draw with this Bank Buster and try to set up Burn Down, which Burn Down would kill Ob anyway? I think we let Ob die. Feels bad, but I think that's the play. Eventually we'll hit that land. That plays around a sweeper beautifully. But we have Voltage Surge to hit it later. That does not play around a sweeper. All right, let's hit it. Come on. Come on, deck. Okay, got there. Got there. All right, big turn coming. What's their follow-up? It's going to have an additional +1/+1 counter. Is it out of range of the Surge? It is not. Does it have haste? It does not. A lot of good stuff for us. Caves, gain a life. We'll take it. Draw with Buster. Anvil, beautiful. Can play that. Sack this, get a drain, make a creature. 2 points on the Rada. And we are here. Squee. Okay, not out of the woods quite yet, but we're definitely in a decent position. Eight life. Harvester's a good one. Bank Buster, make a treasure, sack treasure, make mana. Make a 1/1. Here's Harvester. One land left, which we can hold to go with the blood token. Casualty. Let's get rid of the construct. Least valuable thing on the board, I think. Make a devil. And plus for the drain. Gotta get that life gain. Oh, they discard the land. Okay. Squee fuel, I guess. Firebrand. Not something we're very afraid of. We could end step sacrifice a blood just to get the drain. I think we just hold. I think at 10 with 2 obs we're fine. But there is definitely a case for that under various circumstances where you just throw away your blood to get the drain. Here comes the squad. They're going after the copy. All right. It's a big trade-off. You ready to make it? This gets exiled. So if we do it like this, it's not the greatest. Squee, 8 cards in graveyard, so killing Squee doesn't really achieve much. Let's do it. Surge off the top. Let's crack a blood token, see if we can hit a better spell. Actually, cancel that order. Colorless. Gotta watch that auto tapper. Hostile, hostile. There's a world where this is good. This is not that world. You don't always happen to live in that world. All right, drop it. Epicur, cool, more blood. Let's just try to keep both planeswalkers around. They're racing the opponent nicely.
Your punishment is my entertainment.
When the opponent goes to combat, we'll try to kill the Rada. They can activate it here, right? They can. All right, Banky. Sorry, but you did your work. You can go. Yeah, it's 6 to activate, -2 because they have a mountain and a forest. You're not fooling me. Guess they didn't notice I sacked the artifact. Make them choose where to go with the goblin. Okay. We go to blocks. You will trade. You will chump because we can pitch you to the anvil. Keep Squee on the board because they can just bring it back. Mountain. Let's turn it into something else. Eaten alive. Very good. Okay. Let's make the devil. Plus this one. Drain him.
Oh, I have a job for you. Pleasure doing business with you.
And exile the Squee. We can afford to pay the mana. Isn't it nice that we kept the Squee on the board? So we could draw into our exile effect and take care of it for good. Land off the top for the opponent. Battled through. Good win. Today's patron shout out goes to Ropers. Yes, it really says in the note, Ropers. I want it to be shouted out to Ropers because Ropers, you are cool. As in people who rope are cool. I couldn't agree less, but I do appreciate the support. And if you would like a shout out in a video, then check out the link in the description, patreon.com/covert, go blue. And Ropers, you're very cool. Back to the video. Yep, we'll keep it. This is Epicure into something, maybe nothing, maybe just gain 1 life, activate a blood into Obnixilis. And set up for that burn down the house. Our opponent has the Jund Triland. Now let's see if they're playing Jund or just using it for its types. Anybody out there ever use something for their types? All right, they got a Bank Buster. I wish I had a way to just blow that artifact up. There's not that many ways to just easily and conveniently blow up an artifact these days. A Braid would be okay, but it misses too many things. Fortunately, we drew Harvester. Harvester with 2 blood tokens can kill just about anything, including a Harvester. Can also crew that Bank Buster, which is gross. So, do we want to make a larger Obnixilis or deal with the opponent's board? Obnixilis with more loyalty is definitely interesting. And we are getting into a position for burn down the house. If we have no creatures on the board and they have no creatures, but we have 1 devil, then they can play a creature, attack with Buster, we block it with devil, it's fine. Okay, in that case, we'll go like this. You sure you want to do that? What if I kill it? What if I surge? Are you going to do that to prevent 1 damage? See, we touch our cards, we make them nervous. All right. That gives us an attack with the Epicure. They activate their blood token to pitch a land. Setting up Windgrace, perhaps? Windgrace is a pain. Not what I want to play against. We double ob them. Candelabra of obs. That's what obs that move in groups should be called. A candelabra.
Punishment is my entertainment.
They have the land. They have the Windgrace. Or are they going to use spot removal like Terra Sunder to just try to get rid of these, or soul transfer? I would love that. The fact that we have 2 and a board presence means using spot removal on these is not to the opponent's advantage at all. Maybe they have Unleash the Inferno. Voltage Surge, okay. Take 1. They have a way to crew the Buster? They do! They get to attack one of these. Makes me a little like... Well, they did attack the copy, which is what you want to attack anyway. And they have one blood token. If they had two, I might worry about Sheldred running into the situation. But as it is, we can drop a Sheldred and see what they've got. And see if they can get to the other Obnixilis. They didn't use the blood token. It's interesting. They fired off the first one pretty quick. Yep, plan number 5. I sure could use my own Bankbuster. Their Bankbuster eventually is going to draw cards, pull them very easily ahead. We didn't get cards out of our Obnixilis, just a lot of time. Unfortunately, they might use the time better than us if they get rid of this Sheldred and just start drawing with that Bankbuster. War Chief, frustrating card for sure. Do they attack? They could power up the Buster and attack with it. If I block it, the Harvester would kill the Sheldred, but they're not going to do it. Sweeping the board doesn't look very good for us at all, but Devils do. With the opponent's life total where it's at, that can be a real pain. And we get those drains from Ob. You thought you had handled the Devil. You used a Surge on one of them. A Surge that could have helped the Harvester take down Sheldred. We'll see if that comes back to bite you. Let's wall up around Obnixilis, our little drain machine. And Sheldred, our other drain machine. Torn asunder. Rude. Very rude. They are in danger, though. Like, if they attack at this Ob and I attack them back, they go to 6, and then when these dies, they go to 3. So let's see how they choose to play this. If they also attack it with a War Chief, I don't think I can save it, right? I can't save it. So yeah, we let it die, and then we try to kill them. Ooh. Ooh. Is that really the play, opponent? Is that really the play? I don't think that's the play. That Bankbuster represents a couple of cards, and I want them for myself. Another burn down the house becomes very good. Upkeep. Draw. Did I have Voltage Surge or something? What do you guys think? Do we make another Devil? I know I play the Fable. Do I make another Devil? Maybe I sack a blood token and see what I draw. It's not very good, is it? Try again. Not very good. I think the drain and the 4 loyalty is worth... I think the War Chief is going to kill this no matter what next turn, so we should probably get a Devil out of it. And a Fable. And hope this Fable gets to do its thing. Let's hold both of these. Try to turn them into new cards because I do not need more land, despite what Shuffler has decided for me. Eaten alive would be amazing. Burn down the house would be fine. Could double block and kill the Harvester so that the only creature on board is my Goblin Shaman. I don't think that's worth it. Could also kill the War Chief so we turn it into a 4/4 that doesn't trample. Also don't think that's quite worth it. Okay, they have a Trespasser. Yeah, they are turning the game in a big way here. Their creatures are definitely better than mine, and I need to draw things that aren't lands very badly, and I can't seem to do it. What is that, 4 lands? 5 lands in a row? There's a Sheldred. That's not a land. Definitely not a card the opponent wants to see just come hang out on the battlefield here. Yeah, at 26 life, I can take a few punches. Interesting. Right into the Sheldred. Well, I have a Mire, so I think I block. They didn't attack with the other things. I guess they can sack the Harvester to do the dirty work. I just take it. Who cares? They have a lot of life. They don't. Another Fable. A little drain for you. No creatures in the graveyard, so we really want to have this available if something happens to our Sheldred. So maybe we want to attack for the treasure. If we attack with this, should we attack with the Devils too? Maybe one of them? It makes the opponent really want to block with the Harvester, but then they don't want to block it. It's kind of free damage. Yeah, I guess we attack with both Devils. Because the opponent wants to put the War Chief in front of the Shaman. But they're not as keen if a Devil gets blocked too. It also keeps them from attacking with that Glutton in the future. Drops them to 7. Here's Fable. No meat hooks in this deck anymore. I'd be very worried about this board in a meat hook world. That's not the world we're in. Our opponent falls to 5. A lot of the versions that run Warchief don't run Titan. Ooh, that's 2 more life, opponent. So our opponent might not be Titan Jund. Oh, they're going down with the Sheldred ship here. Dying as they wish they had lived, drawing cards. All right, good hand on the play. Not a difficult keep whatsoever. I think I'll gamble that I'll draw into an untapped land and hold the caves. Just lead with the estate, start spending life, and get right out ahead of them. Play it like an aggro. Ooh, this can be... So we play this now. We play Harvester next turn. We swing for 5. That seems pretty good. Anvil. It's pretty good too. The opponent is in trouble. They go tap land on the draw. Who keeps those hands? Somebody with a really good turn 3. Fable? Maybe. Is Fable that good? Harvester. Eaten alive. Well, what to do? There's a few ways to play it for sure. Like we can just throw the Buster at him. Killing the opponent's creature with Eaten Alive feels pretty good when you have this 1/1. Let's see what happens. This definitely pushes a lot of damage. Okay, they use the blood in response, discarding Negate, giving me an open lane here. Love that. Six life. 6 life. Holy cow, Bankbuster can punch. They're very excited about this corpse they get to appraise. They're so close to dead, though. Eaten alive. All right, we crew. Surge, huh? Okay. Sure. They had that and they got rid of their blood token. They must have drawn into it. Oh, I can't use colorless mana to cast this, can I? Okay, had an idea. See if the opponent blocks or not. Yep. All right. Obs. Cast with casualty. I'll give up the harvester. They don't want to make those choices. They don't like that idea. I gotcha. Have 2 Eaten Alives in your deck, you'll draw them both. Shuffler's fine. So, we got the Fable, which I think is a good enough reason to keep a hand. And if we draw any creature, the Eaten Alive gets good. On the play anyway. On the draw, I think this is a mulligan, but on the draw, you've got to have a great hand. On the play, you can just have a pile, and good things happen to you a good amount of the time. Blue and black, and go. Well, we call that make disappear, so we don't play Fable into it. We're just going to exploit them with Bankbuster because we were the privileged deck that got to go first. Wedding announcement, sure. I have one of those too, but mine's called Fable. The Raven Man? I guess I do have a Fable of the Mirror Breaker on the field. Is there anything I want to give up? I don't know if Ob is good here, but it's probably not terrible. Maybe one of the Eaten Alives could go. Honestly, all of this is fine. So what order do we want to do things in? I think we want to attack our opponent. They're probably going to double block or hit removal. They probably have make disappear still, so we have to keep that in mind. And we want to play our Anvil. And then we want to play... We want to sack the treasure, make the 1/1, cast the Eaten Alive. And that plays around the make disappear. And then on the end, we'll either use the Bankbuster or cast the Blood Tithe Harvester. They take it. Not willing to trade, huh? So they might double make... They might double up on make disappear, but... I guess we make them do that. Here's the Anvil. Yes, a true coward. All right. Resolve. They target. And then we decline. Easy to mess that up. All right. So no Anvil for us. Opponent apparently hates it. Now what? Eaten Alive, the Raven Man, is that worth it? I don't really care about their birds, and we haven't discarded anything here. We could play Obnixilis and make them discard, but then we don't really have a board presence. The Devils are a pain for them, though. I want to keep this little guy around. We can draw with Bankbuster, but I think I'm just going to pay some life into this Blood Tithe Harvester and have it on the field, ready to kill this Raven Man in the future and hold. You can also power up a Bankbuster to block, which is a pretty big pain for them. That was a key turn. Like, that turn is gonna... There were a lot of options. What we did, our choices, those are what's going to set the tone for the rest of the game. Recognizing those turns when they happen and trying to get them right is a big difference in whether or not you win your 40% of the games or the 60% of games. Another wedding announcement. It's going to be hard to protect Omnixilus. The 2/2s are here. We've got a Voltage Surge. We get to transform our Fable. The opponent doesn't have Make Disappear up this time. They missed a land drop. Let's see if we can scam another treasure here. You really want to hold Eaten Alive for things like Rafine and, you know, Sheldred. All right, we might be able to scam another treasure with a Voltage Surge. We take out the 2/2. And I guess with 2 Eaten Lives, I will. I will try to scam. So next turn we can attack for another treasure. Oh. They had double blocked, would not happen. Sometimes you get them. But what do I do with the rest of my turn? I really want to save the Ob to casualty off something I make with Reflection. I think we're going to try to play Sheldred. I think that's the play. And I think it's a pretty good one. Not really afraid of Raven Man. It's just not doing much. Harvester could hit something better. And of course, copying it with Reflection is really good. Fading Hope. Okay. Better than a removal spell. So they're playing Tempo. Maybe they hope to pull off the combo of Fading Hope, Raven Man, make you discard it someday. They want cards. They also might have a Wandering Emperor. Do I risk my Bankbuster? Sure. No Wandering Emperor. They don't have double white. Now they do. They have their own Sheldred. Okay, Eaten Alive handles it. Tis but a scratch. This will gain a little blood token. But not enough to kill Sheldred, and they know it. Ooh, I wonder, do we want to Ob and Eaten? Or do we want to Sheldred and Eaten? I think I want to Ob and Eaten. Do I crew Bankbuster? Am I going to attack with it? I guess I could. Seems good. Draw another card. Lots of stuff here. Holy crap. All right. What a turn.
I don't need respect, just obedience. Oh, I have a job for you. My goons will make quick work of you.
So I could kill the Raven Man and this token. I could like wipe their whole battlefield out completely. I don't think that's the plan. I think we can save one of these devils. Like I said, I just don't really fear these cards, and I want to save this for the next Sheldred or whatever horrible thing they're going to do to me. Raven Man finally takes the block. The Goblin Shaman finally dies. All right. Good turn. Good turn. How do they recover from that? Two wants some. Devil just trades with it. No problem. Sussy Stowaway. Okay. Denick, sure. We've got a few more critters for their Rafine pile. Raven Man. Okay, all their creatures are on the field. And they're all large, so we have to figure out how to exploit all of them. One thing we're going to do is this. And then we're going to figure out what else to do. 6 is the minusing, so taking out Denick seems smart. A little bit of lifelink is a bit strong. Stowaway is interesting, but Sheldred doesn't really care, and it has to hit face to matter. I really don't want to give these up. Let's draw and see what we draw. Oh, that makes it easier, doesn't it? All right, Sheldred getting in the way might make their attack feel bad. And they can only attack one ob at a time.
Your punishment? Pleasure doing this.
I wouldn't use that discard effect if I were you. Probably need to bring Denick out of retirement in the graveyard. They don't know I have another Harvester, so they might think that they're safe from the reflection of Kiki Jiki machine gun. They're gonna do it. I can't stop them. They want a bird that badly? I guess they shall have one. It is a 3/3. Let's go. 9 life. This shouldn't be too complicated. Down to 1. Make your choice. I'm going to tell you a secret. It doesn't matter what your choice is. All right, that is the victory. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. If you would like to, well, wait, no, that's not even close to what I meant to say. I was gonna say, if you watch this much of the video, if you liked it, remember to hit the like button. Also, join the Arena Army by hitting subscribe and hit join to become a member of the Cool Kids Club. Also, patreon.com/covertgoblue for sweet benefits. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. You're cool.